TCPC podcast. I'm with Melanie.
Hello.
And Emily.
Hello.
And my guest, Mr. Rowell.
Hello.
Darren Rowell, yeah. And we have some questions for Mr. Rowell. So, first question, Mr. Rowell, how has your day been so far?
Good question. My day has been really exceptional so far. So I've done some fun things as principal today. So we are having a student forum tomorrow with grade 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 students where we bring them together and to hear about their school year. So that's fun. So I had to go visit classrooms today and try to promote this event and get grade 8s to sign up. So I had to talk to all the leaders in grade 8 to see if they want to participate tomorrow. So that was a fun way to start. And then my day got better because we had our awards for our grade 9 and 10 students in the library.
Nice.
We served them pizza. We recognized their academic success last year. And so it was really fun to be with 35 students who are really excited to be at Westview.
Nice.
And then it keeps getting better and better because now I'm guest on my first ever podcast.
Yes. And
I'm so happy to be part of this. So this is really making this an exceptional day, with this being the best part.
It's the TCPC icebreaker question time. So, AC/DC or the Rolling Stones?
Oh, this is tough. I like them both. I will go Rolling Stones.
Oh, nice. Taylor Swift or Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran, hands down.
Mel, can we read the next one?
Kale or spinach?
Well, they both seem the same to me, so I will go with spinach, I think.
Chicken or beef?
Oh, I'm going to go beef.
Beef, eh? Nice. Okay, hang on. Mel, so the next one?
Burgers or hot dogs?
That's easy, burger.
Oh, pizza or nachos?
When we made up these questions, we all sat around going,
I know. No, I think nachos.
Decide?
I think nachos.
Nachos, eh? Hockey or football?
Football.
Football, eh? Mel, do you want to read the next one?
Honda or Toyota?
Toyota.
Ford or Jeep?
Oh, I think I would like a Jeep.
Jeep?
Yeah.
Nice. Mel, do you want to read the next one?
This would be a dream, I think. Lamborghini or Ferrari?
Oh, another tough one.
Another tough one.
I think I'm more of a Ferrari guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ferrari, eh? Nice. Well, nice. Cat or dog?
Oh. I'm gonna say I think I'm gonna go dog.
All right, Mel, you go ahead.
I'm a dog person.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Read the next question, Mel.
Spain or France?
Oh, I think Spain.
Spain. Hawaii or Mexico?
I'm gonna go Hawaii.
All right. What is it like being a principal during a pandemic?
Very different.
Yeah.
So usually, the focus is on just teaching and learning and classrooms, and there's lots of big activities, and you can bring kids into the gym and do fun things and sort of big events and build really positive culture. During the pandemic, we have to keep our groups small.
Oh, yeah.
We can't do a lot of mixing, so it's very different.
Very different.
We're happy to make it work because we want it to be safe for students and staff.
Yeah.
But I think we miss some of the fun school activities, some of the sports, music concerts. Those are some of the fun things that I think kids really love and allow them to shine. So it's a little bit different, but it's necessary that we follow all of those strict rules.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Is it different for you as being a student during a pandemic?
No, very different. I mean, I've never had to wear a mask while walking in the hallways. So.
Mm-hmm. And do you like that?
No, I mean, it's hard, but, I mean, you gotta do it.
You gotta do it. I agree.
You gotta do it. All right. How did you start out in ST4?
It was a long time ago, just like Star Wars. They say
Time ago.
a very long time ago. Like 27 years ago, I started teaching at Ladyview Elementary.
Oh, yeah.
I was trained for a high school, and then I got a little class of grades 6, 7s for science and socials. And let me tell you, that was hard
That was hard.
work. I wanted to get to high school where the people were a little bit bigger as soon as possible because, the little people challenged me.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was 6 months at Ladyview, and then Maple Ridge Secondary School for a long time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, nice. All right, number 4. What was your favorite subject in high school?
My favorite subject in high school was history.
History, eh?
I really liked social studies and history, and so then I took that enjoyment of history and did a history degree at Simon Fraser University.
Nice. Okay.
Did you teach history then in high school?
Yeah. So I taught social.
What was your dream job in high school?
You know, I think in high school, I probably, like a lot of kids, I didn't have a clear plan for life after high school. I think I was enjoying life as a kid and enjoying all that went along with it. And I didn't have a clear path, but I really liked high school. I really liked the teachers I had and the connections I had.
Oh, yeah.
And my family really liked my teachers, and we really thought that schools were good. So I think that's what led me to becoming a teacher.
Oh, yeah, nice. Okay.
Did you go straight from high school? Did you take a gap year?
I took a gap year
Okay.
where I delivered pizza.
Ooh.
I sold eyeglasses.
Wow.
I had I worked at a movie studio doing construction. So I had a year of all these odds and ends jobs that were really fun, but nothing that was really sort of pointing me in a career direction. And then I went back to university and had to learn how to become a student.
Any advice for grade 12 students?
I think grade 12 students need to enjoy the year because it's a really special year to be with friends and to really reflect on the accomplishment of graduation.
Yeah.
It's such a big turning point and significant event in a student's life that you don't want to rush it away and think too much about. You want to plan for life after high school, but I think you want to enjoy it and sort of soak it all in, enjoy the friendships, enjoy the connections with teachers, because it's a really special time that you will look back on forever. Everybody remembers their grade 12 year, and their connections and their favorite teachers. So enjoy the year.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And Mel would be your favorite, right?
Mel?
Of course.
No, probably,
Yes.
7. Have you ever heard Melanie's chicken impression?
Well, I see Mel very often, and we chat frequently.
Yeah?
But I'm disappointed to say we haven't gone there in our friendship yet,
All right.
where she's sharing those kind of impressions with me. So this will be something new for me that
Yeah.
I really look forward to.
Okay.
Right.
A man performance.
wait.
Very
Oh, wait.
excited.
First, Mel, explain to Mr. Rowell how you came up with how you
I learned how to do this out of complete boredom.
bored.
My boring summer after boring summer. So let's not even get going on. Can you flare your nostrils? Can you raise both eyebrows? All of those.
So you have lots of
fun things.
skills.
Apparently, yeah. That's all life before cell phones and all of that stuff. So yes. So you're gonna put me on the spot here. Are you gonna do your barnyard pig?
That was complete by accident, man.
I think you could try.
I could, but you have to do it.
Let me
To do the
let me
chicken
see.
All right, here.
Wow,
Wow,
that's incredible, actually.
that is very incredible.
Yeah, And you go into a different place, like you have this,
I get
this
in
focus,
zone.
and
Yeah.
you're in that zone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I know.
Pretty impressive, yeah.
Impressed my parents to no end.
And number 8, second to last. What is your favorite podcast?
Oh, I love podcasts. So that's what's so exciting about being a guest on your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite podcast. Oh, so I probably have 4 or 5 go-to podcasts. I'm going to go with, it's called History Revisited
Oh, yeah.
by Malcolm Gladwell. And each year is 8 episodes, and they're sort of on a little bit of a theme. I love his voice. I love the quirky stories that he tells, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
Number 8, second to last. The last question. Any podcast suggestions?
So you're looking for guests? Is that what a suggestion, like a guest for your podcast?
I guess, or
I-
other podcasts that
Well,
people might not
it
know
just
of.
says podcast suggestions.
Okay, I will give you a guest suggestion. So I think a good guest might be Mr. Harmon. If you haven't done him, he's an interesting guy who does lots of different things.
Mm-hmm.
And to listen to do you like sports?
I do like sports.
What's your favorite sport?
I like baseball and hockey.
Baseball.
I didn't know you were a baseball guy.
I was a baseball guy and a hockey guy.
Wow. I'm okay with hockey. I'm baseball.
Yeah.
Podcast suggestion. So one that I like, it's called Sports Wars.
Oh, yeah.
And so
okay.
it takes 2 things and sort of compares them with each other. So it might take 2 famous baseball players and compare their careers. So Sports Wars. Or 2 famous hockey players and compare their career. But I find it very
Right.
interesting.
Nice. Yeah.
Sports Wars.
Sports wars.
Sports wars. Well, yeah, that's cool.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What have you learned producing your own podcast? What kinds of things have you learned doing your own podcast?
Well, getting to know my guests personally throughout this throughout this year we've had this podcast going. Just getting to know our guests, and yeah, it's interesting to sit down and come up with these questions and to get to know our guests on this podcast. So
Yeah, you do a very good job there.
yes.
Excellent questions, a nice
Oh yes.
variety of ones that really draw out different aspects of your guest.
Yes.
What have you learned about yourself as sort of like a student?
Probably food class, cooking.
Yeah, food
Cooking.
class?
Yes, cooking. I've learned how to cook for the past few years. I've been at Westview, so
So if you had to make one meal, what would your go-to meal be?
I get burger, but lately I've been making hot dogs and fries because those are the 2 easiest to cook. And hot dogs don't take that long, and depends which fries you get. It depends on the time that you gotta cook them for. So
Yeah, that's
just,
impressive.
read the packaging.
That's impressive.
Very impressive.
I'm,
How about
I'm-
you, Mel?
Well,
What is your what have you learned being a staff member at Westview or in the district?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. What have I learned? I think I'd heard about a lot about working as a team, but it wasn't until I got this job, particularly started working in high school, where I really learned the value of teamwork, and it has inspired me to be a better team mate, like a team person. So sometimes it's not the easiest for me to do. So I, because I've seen how great things can be when you work as a group, especially for students, because that's why we work here. It's kind of pushed me a little bit out of my comfort zone, which is a good thing. So I'm learning to accept out of my comfort zone and all of that. So that's what I've gotten out of that.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
So once you have completed your podcast, do you publish it?
Yes, we published 2 episodes on SoundCloud, but we're trying to expand it to more platforms than just SoundCloud, because I know other people use other podcast platforms than SoundCloud. So
So if I look up Tough Customer podcast, I will find it on SoundCloud.
Yeah, you just search up TCPC, then you'll be able to see our 2 episodes that we've done earlier this year before the pandemic and last year.
It's so weird now. There's before and now.
Well,
Right?
Emily, what have you learned being a staff member of the district and stuff like that?
I don't know if I could pick one thing in particular, but I think the most recent thing is learning how to edit podcasts on GarageBand.
GarageBand. Well,
We've been learning that together.
well,
I never thought I would learn that.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
I leave the tech stuff to you guys.
Right. Well, that's why SD42 has their IT department.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so that will wrap up this podcast. So I'd like to thank you all for listening, and I will see you all on the next episode. So bye-bye.